we have some news about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time to go through all this, so why don't you take over this one, Josie?
Oh, there's barely any information. It's just literally that they are full on in development, but via remote like working. So
Oh, okay.
it's difficult because of the current situation with the pandemic, but they are currently working on part two and talking about the future, which I feel like they should have done this ahead of time. They're talking about how many parts this game will be cut into.
Okay. And what did they say?
Oh, they're just talking about it. There's no exact answer for that just yet,
Okay.
unfortunately, which is a sticking point for me. And I know John, you can speak to this, but I know that you didn't purchase it because you're not, you don't want to play it episodically. You want to play the full thing.
I want the Ultimate Edition all in one.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
me and Josie,
Five.
okay. Me and Josie, we even talked about like, because we were both signed up to get the collector's edition. And then I canceled mine because I was like you. I was like, oh, you know what? They're probably going to come out with like an ultimate edition that has all this good stuff, and I'm just going to wait for that. But
And
but I
yeah,
I played the first part,
I agreed with
obviously.
you.
Yeah, I played the first part.
But it's funny. So I'm just thinking, looking ahead at how the atmosphere, the environment is changing in terms of physical to digital with the PlayStation 5 releasing their digital only version. And I'd be interested to see how long it takes to develop the entire game, when it will end, and by the end of it, will they even have a physical version?
Man, that would be a disaster if they don't make a physical version of the because then people like John would be like, damn it,
How big is that bastard going to be? How big is the first part? Isn't it like 100 gigs?
it's huge, man.
Yeah.
It's huge.
But it's only huge because I think it was struggling to play on the PlayStation 4, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with just the graphic quality, like and the cinematics, because there's a lot of cinematics in there.
If they
Um,
can get better at compressing it without losing fidelity, then there's it'll probably be a smaller package when it finally ships.
yeah, and that's actually something that Xbox is really focusing on is compressing textures and game files because they're moving towards the cloud platform.
Yeah.